Hi, my name is Michael Bettersworth. I'm the founder of SkillsEngine. Our mission is to improve student employability by connecting what's taught in the classroom with validated skills that employers have identified. The goal is to ensure what's taught in the classroom connects to the world of work, so students do too. You heard earlier today we have a workforce shortage that's facing the country. In January, we had a record number, 6.3 unfilled jobs. Also, student loan debt is now, since we started this morning, gone from 1.3 to 1.4 trillion, it looks like. $1.4 trillion and continuing to increase. A recent study came out that asked chief academic officers, how well do you think you're doing at preparing college graduates, your students, for the world of work? 96% of them think they're doing a great job. But if we ask employers who've hired recent college graduates how prepared are these students, only 1 out of 3 agree that they are. The skill gaps span hard skills, soft skills, a number of different factors. This is the way that job analysis happens at a lot of institutions still to this day. If anyone's been a part of this, it's called a DACM. There are other techniques that colleges use to map skills and requirements. They're time-consuming, they're expensive. Once these processes are done, these PDFs sit in a file and they grow old. Instead, what we need is a living job profile, is what we call it, that connects the educator and all of the employers they're working with to guide their curriculum. We spent many years studying resumes, curriculum, and job postings, attempting to data mine the sources of information from these documents. And what we found is that each of these documents have weak signals and different kinds of signals. Job postings in particular are really good at signaling demand. Who's hiring currently today? For IT jobs that can be great at identifying particular technologies. But what they lack is a comprehensive list of competencies and skills. They're not a job analysis. And part of the problem is that there's not a taxonomy for explaining skills. Skills mean different things to different people. This is a profile where we see a mixture of basically topics that are clustered together. So as an educator, which I am, at our college, these data sources limited our ability to inform curriculum. And our traditional industry advisory processes were not cost effective, and the quality of them was also suspect. So let me introduce our solution. There's audio. I'll back it up. 2 seconds back on the clock.
Student loan debt has surpassed $1.4 trillion, and many graduates are struggling to find jobs. At the same time, employers are frustrated that they can't find qualified job applicants. Houston, we have a problem. There's a big disconnect between educators and employers about which skills graduates need for success. In a recent study, 96% of chief academic officers believed they were doing a good job preparing students for the workforce. However, only 1 out of 3 business leaders agreed that graduates had the necessary skills to succeed. Educators are facing a daunting challenge to keep curriculum relevant, which is already a long, manual, and expensive task. Meet Calibrate, a new tool built to simplify and expedite this process to help educators connect curriculum to the world of work. Calibrate starts with the end in mind by verifying exactly what students need on the job before they ever step into a classroom. After validating skill requirements directly with employers, Calibrate aligns your curriculum with the skills that industry needs. As technology and industry change, and occupations continue evolving, Calibrate helps you stay updated and on top of emerging trends. The result? More employable graduates. Educators want successful students. Employers need qualified graduates. Calibrate. Teach what matters. What's missing from your curriculum?
So we built Calibrate at our college, which is Texas State Technical College. We have 10 locations around the state, around 100 different certificates and degree programs. We studied our industry advisory processes and some of the best practices that we had to align curriculum and built this process around what we've learned. Calibrate starts with first defining the target jobs that you're wanting to target for any kind of curriculum, a badge, a MOOC, a bachelor's, a master's, or corporate training. We first have to focus on the end in mind. Calibrate lets you create multiple job profiles, edit them on your choosing, and then send those to the employers you're working with online for a fast and quick validation. I'll talk a little bit more about the contents of the profiles in just a second. After we have a validated profile, we connect that with our curriculum, comparing learning outcomes and identifying potential gaps. Finally, we stay up to date because each job profile is a living document. It's not a survey. It's something that at any time an employer can give additional feedback to guide and inform new curriculum updates. Similarly, faculty or instructional designers can also suggest updates to curriculum to also drive modifications. There are 4 key elements that we include in job profiles: hard skills, soft skills, knowledges, and tools and technologies. We'll be expanding these elements over time. Once a profile is edited sufficiently, it's sent to employers for validation, then aligned with curriculum. Also, as I mentioned, these profiles can be updated. All of this is powered by SkillsEngine APIs, which use a shared skills taxonomy based on the ONET content model with modified data. We've had many alpha and beta partners involved in the development and testing of this software. Clicking. That one's not moving. There you go. This is our timeline. We had a pre-release in 2017, product now. We're announcing here, hello. And we're ramping with additional partners and state partners, including some in Texas. We also have planned for next year Calibrate Open. All of this has been built, as I mentioned, inside of a public, nonprofit college named Texas State Technical College. We built a solution because we couldn't find one that existed. And now we're bringing it to market and commercializing it with partners. There you go. Calibrate Open is what we have planned next. And that's a free and open version of Calibrate that basically would create the GitHub for job profiles, the ability to author and share job profiles openly. From that, our machine learning algorithms can learn, we can collaboratively share to grow our curriculum. We're here at the conference in particular looking for partnerships with foundations, other educational institutions that are interested in improving student employability. Thank you very much. We also, by the way, are in the exhibit hall on the first floor. Thanks.